And it says we are live. It's Thursday night, December the 21st. The holidays are just around the corner. Last week, I focused my welcome on a happy Hanukkah. I hope that those who celebrate Hanukkah had a tremendous, holiday season for you. For those of us that celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas. And we know that that's up and coming. It'll certainly happen before we come back here next week, as will Kwanzaa. So a joyous Kwanzaa as well. That'll happen before we come back here next week as well. But I'm really sort of hoping to sort of give another, wish for that next week. Tonight, we're going to talk about the latest price hike. Yes. I can't believe I'm saying it. Yet another price hike. I don't know if this is from the retailer or from Hasbro, to be fair, but it could be an augur of things to come again. Man, they got to stop. I don't know what they're thinking. We're going to talk about YOLOPARK, Trumpeter, threezero, Fans Hobby, a whole bunch of stuff from Studio Series. We're going to do this week's trivia and this week's unboxing. I mentioned last week when I done the holiday unboxing for Maximal 10, which was wild. Had everything from a Gundam marker to some G.I. Joe stuff to some KO stuff to there was a figure art Sailor Moon in there for Starscream Wife. It was a lot of stuff. And I said there was one thing that I didn't have that I was going to have this week, and I do have it this week. One other thing that I am including. But yeah, we're going to get going. Just give me a moment. I hope you're ready for the holidays. I hope you're having a tremendous week as we head into the weekend. And of course, like I said, this is a holiday weekend. So, I hope you get to spend it however it is that you wish to spend it, whether that's in solitude or with family and friends, whatever the case may be. And you know what? If this year has been hard for you and you feel like, hey, I don't have the money or the finances to give in that regard, you know what? Give of your time, give of yourself, give of your ability. People need to connect a lot more, I think. I think we've really lost track of that and become very commercialized. And you know what? Maybe this is a nice reset for people to once again reconnect with the people that they care about the most. Just like I'm trying to connect with you guys because I care about you guys the most. Let's just get everything sort of set up here if we can. Bear with me a couple of minutes. Dun, 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 dun. And I'm sorry that this is me in so close. I'm not trying to be. Let's check in and see. Oh my goodness. Let's check in and see who we've already got here so far. Hey, Keldeo. Hey, Razor Bear. Could be either or Hasbro or it could be either. We'll get to it. Hey, Dragonfly. Hey, Lion. Hey, Sovereign. At work, working on a server, installing Windows 2019 server at the moment. Well, you know what? You work away, buddy, and I'll chit-chat in the background. If you feel like you got something to say, you speak away. Tomorrow, I'm happy to ask Tuesday off next week as it's Boxing Day on Tuesday. It is Boxing Day on Tuesday. That's true. I can't believe it's Thursday already. Where does the time fly, especially this time of year, right? Okay, so hold on. Let me get my trusty pen. Let's get going. I don't want to waste time because I'm not going to lie to you guys. I came on here a little bit early because we haven't eaten yet and we're not hungry. I'm not rushing or anything, but we do sort of have food ordered for a certain time. So I sort of want to be off here by then. Right. So I'm planning ahead. I don't usually plan ahead, but I'm planning ahead. Let's kind of get going with some of the news here. First things first. Again, right now, the embargo is still on for Death Source. I have actually added it to the list of words that YouTube will filter out for the moment because I cannot have comments about it right now. It will completely destroy my objectivity. And I still have not so much as had an email saying that it's left the warehouse. I'm going to say it now. This rollout has been an abstract failure. And if you're somebody who has your Death Source and like, mine arrived fine, yours arrived fine. There are 27,000 plus people that back this. Every single one of those people should have theirs now, and they don't. The UK, absolutely not. Me, I haven't so much as had not a word, not a peep, nothing. And for those who say, oh, might just show up, that's not how things work when you live on an island. You're going to get it, and it's going to be weeks after that. That's just the way it works. I would love for a Christmas miracle to happen, and if it does, I'll be very happy. But I wouldn't bet dollars to donuts for it. So yeah, so that's still there. Somebody said you got to read the comment first before it can be edited. No, I don't. YouTube does it, thankfully, because just like with like people sometimes filter out like a lot of swear words and stuff. Just like that, you can add it and YouTube will automatically filter it out and delete those comments. So that's what's been happening. It is what it is, and I don't want to do that. I'd love to be sharing in the excitement and stuff like everybody else, but I can't. I can't because I don't have it. And I can tell you now, the abstract failure of this rollout, and I'm sure people in the UK would agree, quite frankly, does not encourage me to back anything else. It really is a disaster. And you know what? Unicron was a disaster. Star Saber was a disaster. Now this is a disaster. Like, you got to stop. You got to stop the crowdfunding thing. It's not working. You don't know how to do it. You can't do it. You just can't do it. It's fine if you think you can, but you can't. In fact, I know I've had so many people who have reached out to me and they're so offended because of this whole Haslab vault thing for premium Pulse people. I don't really know much about it because Pulse isn't a thing, right? I really don't know much about it, but my understanding is that they basically sold a bunch of previous Haslab projects to Pulse premium members who didn't get it. I mean, that just right there shows that the whole crowdfunding thing is a pack of crap. The whole point of crowdfunding is that it is made to order. And before anybody says, yeah, but they make some extras in case they got to do exchanges and stuff, that's not what crowdfunding is. Crowdfunding means you pay for it, and it's made for the people that already paid for it. If you're capable of making extras at will, then you should have just put it out to regular retail at a regular retail price. What you did is you gatekeeped it, you artificially inflated the price, and now you're keeping it artificially inflated and gatekeeped by now not offering it to people that backed it. Now you're offering it to people as long as they pay to use your site. It's the rankest, poorest business. No wonder you have had to lay off 2,100 people. No wonder your sales are down, and no wonder you have lost $3 billion in value if this is the way you're treating customers. It's abhorrent. It's really abhorrent. And obviously, the only reason that you opened your vault is because your sales have been down. And Chris Cox is smelling of such desperation to try and deliver on a 20% profit promise that he cannot deliver on. He needs to be fired. It's as simple as that. If for no other reason than gross incompetence. He has no idea what he's doing at all. And if you think he does, I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know what to tell you. On the flip side, something really positive. Peter Cullen got his Lifetime Award on the 17th, and it was rightfully so presented to him by Frank Welker. I mean, even if you're not a Transformers fan, he has worked in so many other things. And who doesn't love Eeyore? You know what I mean? Like, he's been so many voices. He's had such longevity. As Optimus Prime, he's been the father figure for multiple generations. You know, he's my Optimus, but he's also my kids' Optimus because they grew up on the movies, right? They grew up on Transformers Prime. I get it, and I don't think it was any better fitting person that could present it to him than Frank Welker. I was very happy about that, honestly. Very, very happy about that. YOLOPARK, they're doing AMK mini kits. These are smaller kits. They're 10 to 12 centimeters, so about 3.8 to about 4.7 inches, right? So about 4 to 4.5 inches. So they're much smaller. They're kind of legend size, right? They are doing Megatron, Soundwave, Starscream, Optimus, Bumblebee, and Grimlock. It will have 18 points of articulation, interchangeable faces and hands. They're going to come out in like kind of multiple packages, like some of 2 and some of 3. But if you want the whole set of 6, it's actually priced at a really reasonable $49.99 US for essentially what is, I'm going to say 6 Action Masters because they're about the size of an Action Master, and they don't transform. For what's essentially 6 Action Masters with tremendous articulation, painted to the 9s and sculpted to the 10s for $50 US. I think that's a good deal. Honestly, I think that from YOLOPARK, that's a really, really good deal. And it's something that can go with, say, Titans and stuff to kind of scale a little bit better. Maybe not perfect, but probably a little bit better. What else do we have here? Trumpeter. They showed off their Bumblebee Optimus Prime kit. It will be really shown off and I think made available at Beijing Wonder Festival, which is happening this weekend. In fact, it's happening Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, December 24th and 25th in Beijing. I'm sure that we will get pictures from Trumpeter about this kit, more than what we've gotten, but from what I've seen, it looks tremendous. Now, I have heard that there are other kits like I think Bumblebee and RC and Blitzwing, all from the Bumblebee movie. I've heard that their kits are really stupendous. They're small, but I've heard that they're really, really stupendous and well done. More details, I'm sure, will come from that. And speaking of model kits and third-party non-transforming characters, I suppose, we've already talked about YOLOPARK and the Mini AMK. We've already talked about Trumpeter and their Optimus. What about threezero and their M Deluxe? Again, this is an Optimus. Year of the Dragon Optimus, done all in gold. I guess you could call it the Lucky Draw. I guess you could call it Golden Lagoon Optimus Prime. But it's a Year of the Dragon version of Optimus. Looks stupendous. All done in gold. It'll be 1,400 pieces worldwide. So a very limited rare run. It will cost 112 US. Very reasonable price. When you see, it's not big, but it's a reasonable price considering it's from threezero. And I mean, you got some die cast and you got some plastic and you got some heft. You have sculpting. I mean, that's absolutely bonkers. Like, I'm not surprised by 112 US. Is it a bit steep? Sure. But is it reasonable for what you're getting? Yeah, I think so. And not for nothing, but their G2 Megatron is going to be available in the US, or I guess North America, wherever, from BBTS. So if you're into the Megatron mold done in the G2 colors, I talked about this a couple of weeks ago. There have been lots of pictures on T-Formers and TFW. If you want that, it'll be $99.99 from BBTS. It's about 7 inches, roughly, or 18 centimeters. And it does, again, have die cast and interchangeable faces and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It's the exact same mold as their like I think it's M Deluxe. Is it M Deluxe? Yeah, I think it's M Deluxe. It's the exact same as their G1 Megatron, except done in the G2 tank colors, right? Let's check in with you guys, and then I'll get back to some more of the news. Let's see what you guys are saying. Let's see. Let's go up and see what you guys are saying. I think we stopped about there. Hey, Imperial. Hey, BS. BS Prime. BS Prime. I want to say the whole thing. Hey, Anthemos. I have no idea if I say your name right, and if I butchered it, I'm very sorry. Seems we're just a little bit early. Yeah, because I am eating food after this, and I want to make sure that I get through everything and give you guys the time that you deserve, but still off in a timely fashion to actually go and pick up our food. I'm probably going to get the Planet X version of them. You know what? Honestly, Planet X does some great stuff, so why not get a Planet X anything, honestly? Expensive, but Planet X has really, really nailed it and know their lane. Hey, Lance. Your frustration is understandable. I thought this thing was supposed to ship in the fall. Fall 2023. I mean, this is now officially today, winter 2023. So you've failed. You have failed to deliver on the time that you said that you were going to deliver it. As far as I'm concerned, when I get it, even if I love it, it's going to have a black eye because you have failed to provide it in a timely fashion. Hey, Heathen. 3 billion is a huge loss. That was their third quarter losses. Let's see what happens with fourth quarter, because I can guarantee you after the third quarter losses that were reported, I can guarantee you that Chris Cox was putting all of his eggs in the Rise of the Beast basket, followed by all of his eggs in the holiday season basket. And guess what? Both have underperformed because you're overcharging and underproducing with poor distribution. And I only see all of those issues getting worse as you cut a bunch of your workforce. The mole still exists, so whenever Hasbro wants to make a buck, pull out the molds and start printing some off. Exactly, but that's a slap in the face and wildly offensive to everybody that backed it under the pretense that you were backing it because crowdfunding is a made-to-order business. That's what it is. You pay me, I make it. That's what it is. It has nothing to do with extras. All of those Star Sabers that they had to do extra last year because the first batch had a bunch of QC issues. They shouldn't have already existed. That should have been done only to, I guess, rectify their poor QC. The fact that you have any left over is abhorrent and shows just how unnecessary scamming people out of this, calling it crowdfunding, is. You don't need to do it, and you shouldn't be proud that you sold this and that you've taken advantage of a bunch of people. It's the rankest bad business. Like enough that it makes me exponential. Like if it's not bad enough that you lay off 1,100 people before Christmas, now you're selling stuff that previously was understood to be only crowdfunded when obviously it's not. Like you're outright lying to your customers now. Like you're fumbling the ball almost daily. Hasbro is fumbling the ball daily. And I know, man, I said it in 2021. I don't see them lasting until 2031. And I said the bigger they are, the harder they fall. And they're just tumbling head over heels downhill. Make of it what you want. You can call me crazy, but guess what? You're only crazy until you're right. And if they want to save their company, they have a lot that needs to change and in quick order. I haven't backed any Haslab items. I can't afford Haslab. That's another reason. That's another reason, right? You're gatekeeping. Glad Peter got the award. Me too. He absolutely deserved it. Peter's great. And very humble. He's such a humble guy. Such a humble guy. So is Frank. Hey, Jason. Haslab, just a big time failure. What's next, Hasbro? Cheap charity scams or downscaling to make figures cheaper. Focus on Masterpiece instead of mainline, and probably get rid of it. Get rid of it after Legacy. I mean, I guess you could, but I mean, then it'd be easy for me. I'd be out because I don't at all like Masterpiece. Happy Peter got the award. He absolutely deserves it. Absolutely, he does. I have the Starscream kit from that line, and it was pretty great. And I am getting Cliff Jumper and Blitzwing soon. Hopefully, I forgot about Cliff Jumper. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So, like, I've heard good things. I'm assuming you're talking about the Trumpeter ones. And I've only ever heard good things. Hey, Lee Bird. Merry Christmas to you too, buddy. Merry Christmas to you too. Hey, Blue. Diecast is a lost art. Not for threezero. They still like to use it. A good day for chicken Alfredo. You know what? My wife loves chicken Alfredo. She especially loves Alfredo sauce. Call this what? Call this no surprise, but for my foreplay, I got a what? An Eartle? I don't know. Thomas with diecast and plastic like G1 toys. All I need is a cow catcher snowplow. I'm not sure what you're talking about, but I'm assuming it's a Thomas the Tank Engine thing because you said Thomas. Yeah, Trumpeter Starscream. I thought I hear you. Hey, friends. Ooh, Franzies? Franzies? I'm gonna call you friends, and then you can tell me if I'm really bad about that. Rise of the Beast. I never asked for any Transformers except for a knockout. Fair enough. Cox is kicking the sack. Yes, he is. He really is. He's a terrible CEO. Let's see as we go down here a little bit. Hey, Maximal 10 was in early, but only chatting now because I was doing laundry. Actually, I've done a couple loads of laundry. There's one on now and one waiting. That too. That they'll use AI to impersonate Peter Cullen. Optimus asking for. Oh, I hope not. I hope not. I sure hope not. Friends is fine. Good. Hey, Omega. Good day to you too, buddy. Okay, it's an old toy brand that once had Thomas and Friends. Okay, license. I got you. Hey, ridiculous. I got to do laundry. You're welcome. I mean, sorry I reminded you of having to do a chore, right? Any word on the 86 Optimus Prime releases? No. Who cares? We don't need it. That's my take on that. Sorry. I mean, Heathen, I hope you get what you want, but like, I'm not I've never been less excited about an announcement. I heard that and it was like crickets. I'm like, who cares? We already have a. I showed it a couple of weeks ago. You know my thoughts on it. I was making a Revenge of the Fallen reference when I said Sec. If okay, if you say so. You know I don't get this stuff. You know I don't remember this stuff, right? I mean, Revenge of the Fallen was 2009, almost 15 years ago. I don't remember that. So people ask me, "Are you sick of Transformers G1?" My answer, no. I'm not sick of G1, but like I'm not spending more money on it. Not at Hasbro's prices. I mean, it's like I said a couple of weeks ago. Commander Class is $150. I mean, and I already talked about everything, but like, this is ideal. Yeah, I done a little bit of elbow work to paint the biceps red and the legs the proper blue color. I put the VNR head on, but like, I see literally no reason to replace this under any circumstances. If you do, cool. Or if you missed it or something, and I can't imagine how you missed it. If you did, you did. And I hope that the Commander Class one is up your alley. It would have to be one heck of a package. Right now, I can't possibly see why I would replace it, but I'll keep an open mind. But I prefer my Earthrise. Well, MMC Death Source is enough for me. Guess what? The fact that you got MMC Death Source, I'm looking at my situation now and saying, wow, I really wish last year I just bought that when I wanted, because I was debating that or the Haslab. My wife thought that the Haslab looked cleaner, so that's why I went with it. But looking at now, I'm still here sitting waiting. I could have a Death Source. I could have a fantastic Death Source. If you got the MMC, you don't need another. You're golden. Be happy, sit back, and smile. I painted my Earthrise Optimus as well. Yeah, why not? Do you remember the infamous Omnidubs of Transformers? Yeah, I've watched them. I mean, at least it was English. I mean, not good English, but they really should remaster those and redo them. They won't, but they should. When I heard about Commander Class Optimus Prime, I am remaining skeptical. I just don't. I'm sure it'll be good. I'm sure it'll be great. I'm sure it'll be fine. Like the Magnus he's great. I scored him really great, but compared to my Combiner Wars, he just wasn't $150 better, and that's what he would have to be for me. Same thing here. It needs to be $150 better, and I just don't see it happening. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll see. I mean, we don't even have pictures yet, so I'm sure it's not going to happen anytime soon. I wouldn't count on a release of that anytime soon. Maybe summer is what I'm sort of thinking. Maybe they'll come with a little energon and a lot of luck. Fair enough. Likely would go for the 86 Optimus, even though I'd end up with an extra Earthrise one. Then why go for it? Why waste the money on it? My favorite quote from Omnidub: "This is Unicron. The Earth will soon be a part of me." I don't know. There's a lot from those dubs. Let's keep going. Fans Hobby, man. Fans Hobby nailing it again, showing off more. They showed off before, and it's been a while. I'm glad they're showing it again. Their Shattered Glass Armada Optimus Prime. However, we have some more details about the Shattered Glass Armada Optimus Prime from Fans Hobby. It looks great. I mean, it's black and purple. It looks like a Shattered Glass Optimus, right? Just not a G1, the Armada one. But what we've learned since is that it's going to be limited to, get this, 600 pieces worldwide. Very limited run for their Armada Shattered Glass Optimus. 600 worldwide, due in March of 2024. So if you're really wanting a Shattered Glass Armada Optimus, man, keep your eyes peeled. Search pretty regularly for Fans Hobby Shattered Glass Optimus. 600. It's not going to be a lot. It is not at all going to be a lot. How's my time going? Oh, we're going pretty good. Keegan Michael Key was in an interview. He's going to be the voice of Bumblebee, and he basically said that it's pretty much just his voice. Not a lot of inflection in it, but he said it's really interesting. I mean, I like Keegan Michael Key. I got no problem with him. I enjoyed him on Mad TV. I enjoyed him on Key and Peele. I enjoyed him on Pitch Perfect. I mean, I like him. I find him funny. How he will translate as Bumblebee, I don't know. I guess we'll see as time goes on. I'm not against him. He has a youthful voice, but I'm not against it. We'll see. We'll see how it pans out. It's not Dan, it's not Dan, but it's also not bleeps and bloops. At least it's a voice, so I'm cool with it. Studio Series Wheeljack was showing off. He looks okay. He looks more clunky to me than the like 3-pack version. He looks more clunky to me than the little one that comes with the Rhinox Battlemaster. And maybe that's fine. Maybe being clunky is fine. He has some pretty flat colors, which I'm not angry about, but they're just flat colors. In van mode, though, I don't like the little pieces hanging out underneath. It looks like parts are hanging off underneath. I don't know. I don't like that Wheeljack because it doesn't at all look like Wheeljack in any way, shape, or form. This guy does. And I reviewed him recently, and man, oh man, is he glorious. Big shout out again to Ultra Megatronus. This is one of my Christmas gifts. And like, it's really glorious. When I done the review, though, I missed something that was pointed out to me by, hold on. I want to give him a proper shout out. And I screenshotted his name because I said, I'm not going to remember it because I'm old and I'm not good with names. Big shout out to Joseph Travis for pointing out that I did miss something, but he said, same as me, like, it can be fine like this. That looks fine. But I did not realize that the green piece comes up over and flips back to cover that in so you can have a more uniform roof. I already scored the transformation at 10. I thought it was pretty much perfect. Let me put this in. Why are you not going in there? I thought it was pretty much perfect, but so the score's not going to change. But what a neat little part that even I missed, right? Yeah, he's so good. So good. He is a perfect example of you gave up a little bit of mass, but you definitely have a lot more parts count. You don't really have any hollowness. You have a ton of paint. Brilliant intuitive engineering. Very, very well done. Huge tip of the hat to that Wheeljack. I can't imagine that the new Studio Series one from Rise of the Beasts is anywhere near as good as that one. Maybe he is, but I can't believe it. TF Nation, they're doing a mini convention in March. Actually, they're doing it March 23rd. So if you're in the UK and you want to go to the mini convention, cool. But the full-on TF Nation will be August 9th, 10th, and 11th of 2024. Plan now, I guess. I mean, I'm just sitting over here wishing I could make it to a DF Con. Prime 3D are doing licensed Transformers 3D puzzles. They're of 150 pieces, so it's not a ton, but enough to keep you engaged for a little while, of Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, and Megatron. So if you're into 3D puzzles, there are some Transformers ones, and they are out, apparently available now, at least in the US. Icon Heroes, they're doing this huge mouse pad that I think they're calling it like the Straight Outta Brooklyn mouse pad or something. And it's basically a picture of Optimus's face and Megatron's face, and the background is graffiti. So I don't know if you're cool with that, cool. But like you would be able to put your whole computer on this giant mouse pad, which I guess is good. It keeps it from slipping, right? Studio Series. Speaking of Studio Series, we saw images of Scorponok. A lot of gray and purple, as I guess Scorponok should be. The face is a little goopy to me. I'm not struck on the face. The tail seems a little obtrusive, but when isn't Scorponok's tail obtrusive? I do like that it can come off and go in multiple ports, like on his arms and I think on his legs, to become like a flail or a whip or something. The hands are articulated, but they're a ball joint, and the wrist looks really weird because of it. And the hands are like open like this. I'm gonna attack you. It's weird, but he has it, so I'll give credit where credit is due. Bit small. I mean, about the size of the Kingdom Deluxe Scorponok. I don't think I'm going to get this one. I don't think I need it. I have the bigger one, the more simple one, the one that's kind of brown and green. I have somehow two versions of the Earthrise mold, or not Earthrise, the Kingdom mold, because I got one from the 4-pack and I got the actual Kingdom one, hoping it was going to be better than what it was. That wasn't great. And of course, I have my custom original. I love that one. The only fault with that one is one of the pegs that is up on his chest, basically. One of the pegs broke off years ago, and that's a shame. He still kind of sort of transforms. It's not ideal, but you know what? He is great. So I think I'm kind of good there. I don't think I need this one. But he looks great. I think he's well articulated. I think he's quite posable. The Scorpion mode looks a little cattywampus to me, but maybe you think it looks great. We also saw the 40th anniversary blaster. It is a G1 blaster done in animation color. So I'm going to use this guy just as a reference. This, of course, is Kingdom Blaster. The gray that's on this guy is a cool gray, just like the gray that's on the new one is a cool gray rather than the more brownish, warm gray of the original blaster. Instead of sticker detail and stuff way up here on the hips, the 2 red details, that's on the 40th anniversary blaster. The 2 red dots down here, that's on the 40th anniversary blaster. The chest detail here, that's on the 40th anniversary blaster. The black, I don't want to call it bicep, but it's kind of his elbow section, even though he doesn't have elbows, but it's the elbow section is black. Up here is red, down here is red. The top of the head and the face that's normally silver on that one is this whitey color. The face is also the whitey color. The eyes are blue. So even his blaster isn't quite black. It's more gunmetal gray. So yeah, I thought that this was a great update to the look of G1 Blaster. Shout out to Event Progenitor for the chest sticker. Really sets him over the top. But the G1 one done in the animation accurate colors, I mean, it's out now, apparently, at least in the US. So I would reckon that it's going to start showing up more and more frequently if you're in for an animation accurate 40th anniversary blaster. Let's do this and get it out of the way. Toys R Us. They're the ones doing the latest price hike. I talked about how their Voyagers were going to $49.99. GameStops are currently at $48.99. So GameStop went up $1. Toys R Us went up $2, 47, 48. Yeah, $2, I guess. Basically, their leaders jumped from 76. GameStop, they jumped to 77. Toys R Us, they jumped to 79. Not back to 84, but now we're talking $80 before tax, and we're talking $50 before tax. Well, add deluxes to it. Deluxes now at Toys R Us are $39.99, $40 before tax. I mean, when they hiked the prices before, I took Toys R Us out of my rotation. And then they dropped the prices back because nothing was selling. And now they're hiking them again. So I'm just going to take Toys R Us out of my rotation. They're not worth going to. I'm not paying these prices. It's insane. And if GameStop doesn't drop their prices back, I'll stop there too. I mean, I'm to the point. It's not a matter of being priced out. It's a matter of what they're asking for. Their value proposition is ludicrous. Absolutely ludicrous. There are G1 calendars available if you live in the States at Dollar Tree. I don't know what Dollar Tree is, but if you're into a G1 Transformers calendar, get one. Studio Series, back to Studio Series for one more take. We've already talked about seeing the Scorponok and the Wheeljack from Rise of the Beast, but this time we're going to dip our toe, if you will, into the Bumblebee movie once again. Just before we kind of went on the air, I saw images of the Voyager class, about time, Voyager class, Bumblebee movie, Shockwave. And we saw both modes. It looks, here's the thing with the core one. I don't know why they did it. It made no sense. I didn't think the transformation was great. The articulations, but the look and the molding on that was splendid. I'm hoping the articulation is better on the Voyager for those that want to get it. I already know that the alt mode looks like a better tank. I don't know how the transformation will be, but the look of this thing is tremendous. It very much looks like the core class with a lighter shade of purple. I think the lighter shade of purple helps to make all of the molded in detail pop. I think the Voyager should have been done all along. I'm not getting it because after I got scammed, as far as I'm concerned, with the Siege, and I do think that that was a scam because it absolutely was not a leader class. I said then, I'll never buy another Shockwave. And I haven't. Not since that one. And I won't. The only reason I had the core class is because Starscream wife gave it to me for Christmas. And I was allowed to look at it early. Yeah, I mean, I love Shockwave. I would have loved to have had the Revenge of the Fallen one, and I would get this one. because I like Shockwave, but I'm not going to because you burned me before. So way to go, losing business, Hasbro. Good on you, buddy. What can I say? And Gary Chalk. Gary Chalk has already put up, of course, his holiday take. He does it every year. He sings a song. I assume we will get a reply from David K. We usually do. This one was Quack the Rubber Duck Goes, which was to the tune of Hark the Herald Angels Sing. But that wasn't the real kind of most important part of what he did this year. He also remembered Pauline Newstone, who of course was the voice of Airazor. It was very touching. He had a lot of clips of some of the real highlights of the character of Airazor and her voice work. He talked about, and I didn't know this, he talked about how not only mild-mannered and quiet she was and reserved, but how before she became a voice actor, she was a high school teacher. And as a teacher, I find that very compelling. And she eventually, I guess, retired. And he said later in her life, she moved into voice acting. And she was always there to not only offer ideas, but she always wanted to ask stuff and learn. A love of learning, lifelong learning. That's one of the things about being a teacher is you're always curious and you're always asking and you're always wondering and you're always questioning and you're always being critical, or you should be. If you're good, if you're a good teacher, you should be. You should always be questioning not only your students, but the world around you, your colleagues, your managers, your everyone, and be aiming to try and make the world a better place. And you know what? I think the Beast Wars, I think the Transformers fandom, and I think the character of Airazor is better for having her with her calm, gentle voice be that voice of reason. You know, even if you weren't a Beast Wars fan, there's something very calming about the character of Airazor and very calming about her voice. At least it was to me. And I think that's it for the news, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to do the trivia, check in with you guys, and then we'll do our quick unboxing, and we're going to get out of here. And I'm going to go eat. And you're going to enjoy the holidays, and I'm going to enjoy the holidays. The trivia this week. Who speaks first in Transformers Animated after the narrator? So Transformers Animated, episode 1, season 1, starts off with actually some G1 content that is part of a historical archive. And in that G1 content, we see, I think we see Dion. Maybe it's the Sentinel Prime we see. I can't remember. We see the Guardian robots. We see Starscream. No, we see Thundercracker and Skywarp in their Tetrajet form, like, firing down, right? But who's the first animated character to actually speak? Is it A, Optimus? Is it B, Is it C, Bulkhead? Or is it D, Ratchet? Bonus if you know the first line. Optimus, B, Bulkhead, or Ratchet? Who speaks the first line in animated? I'm going to go up and we're going to see. And if you know what that line that he speaks first is, say it. Let's go up here a little bit and check in. Got to go up here. It's my OCD for likeness and the trailer. That's pretty much it. Okay. I think Earthrise is the perfect likeness, but that's, I don't see a way to make the likeness better. I don't know what people want with the trailer. But I mean, to be fair, I have the Second Chance trailer, so I don't really have a dog in that fight. I hope the animated Transformers one movie uses the saves the Transformers franchise. If not, I'm afraid Transformers. Well, it's not that Transformers will die. Third party will always have it. It's just Hasbro might die. Hey Joel. By the way, all that extra information that you gave me about Christmas over there, I shared with the class the next day. They were really, really appreciative. So thank you for sharing it from them. They were amazed to hear about it and, hear about the food and all of the details, right? I think they will make a Studio Series 85 Hoist for the episode Hoist Goes to Hollywood. We have Hoist. He's already been done. He was done in Earthrise. I don't know. Hey, Manitoba. Speaking of 86 Magnus, got mine in unexpectedly just in time for Christmas. Also scored the new animated Bumblebee. I mean, I haven't seen anything United. Now, that said, I've said like it was months away. And if you look at Amazon, it is months away. However, GameStop does have them now as newly released. it's not here, but I would figure that we're probably going to start getting Unite stuff beginning of January, I would guess. I mean, there's not much from it I'm in for, honestly, at this point. But if you are, cool. You know what? And if you're in for the animated bee and stuff, like, cool, man. Cool. Enjoy. I'm not against it. I think they look cool. If Keegan Michael Key's voice be what? If Keegan Michael Key, if Keegan, oh my, if Keegan Michael Key voice be better, not mispronounce names wrong. Okay. Okay. I was browsing on Amazon, browsing for Armada Optimus Prime, and it is 139, which is very yeah, it is very pricey. Shattered glass can get too diluted. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Go down here, but how would I rank the Transformers movies? I don't really rank movies, to be honest with you. I would say, are we talking the live action movies? The first movie, Rise of the Beast, because it is just the cleanest storytelling. I was fine with Revenge of the Fallen. I never had an issue with it at all. I can't rank them because I don't have any issues with any of the movies. I think they're fine. They're just big robots going around blasting each other. I don't know why anybody complains about them. We're very lucky to have a bunch of live action movies, but I do think that the first one was the best because it filled a bunch of nostalgia, right? It was the first time we saw them on screen. And Rise of the Beast is the cleanest, best edited storytelling that they've done. Not necessarily the most exciting, but it's how you make a film. It is how you direct a film. It is how you edit a film. It is every other one has issues. But they're all fun, so I don't really rank them. Yeah, Pablo, yeah. I have the Beastmaster version of Wheeljack with Rhinox, and I'm using it. It's legend scale-ish form and naming it Fix It. You know what? I could see that as a Fix It. I've been tempted to get that one and just call it something else too, but I haven't yet. I want to get the Studio Series Bumblebee movie Wheeljack. Then get it. That's what I would say. If you live in the US, there's a bunch, apparently 2-packs, and he's bundled with Perceptor, which is also a great mold. They're not doing that in Canada, by the way. But if you live in the US, go looking for one of those 2-packs. It's a great deal. No disrespect, but SS Bumblebee Wheeljack looks like he's from Villavatron, and his G1 bio did say he was the best driver. Okay. I don't know why that would be offense, but okay. TF Nation is the UK's convention. Yes, it's a Transformers convention in the UK, Omega. My mom likes to do puzzles, but not sure for 3D ones. I've never done a 3D puzzle. I think they'll come on Tuesday. I don't know what you're talking about, but okay. Consider TF Nation. Yeah, EuroBotCon. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Marcus, that's a great way of putting it. The Origins Wheeljack looks good. Looking forward to getting him. Yes, the Origins Wheeljack does. Now, those legs are chonky. He's a chonky boy. And there is a heck of a backpack. But, man, I mean, how can I not? You know, I mean, honestly, I have B because of Ultra Megatronus, and I have Jazz because of Ultra Megatronus. Coincidence? But I mean, one way or another, hook or crook, I gotta have Wheeljack. He's my boy, right? I was really angry the first time I saw Rise of the Beast Wheeljack's face. It didn't make me angry. I was just like, it's not Wheeljack at all. Nothing about that's Wheeljack. Planning on getting him. Okay. Nope, my blaster doesn't have. Shockingly, my blaster doesn't have any discoloration whatsoever. Though I know a lot of people did, and I know yours did. But my blaster, nope, nothing. Never has. Very weird. I guess I was lucky there for whatever weird reason. The sad part of Blaster, he only appeared in one cartoon, being G1. Yeah, but that's true for a lot of characters, though. Omega. Everyone hates price hikes, especially when it's just based on nothing more than greed, and that's what this is based on. I mean, just think in the last week, Hasbro has cut 1,100 jobs, offended a bunch of people that previously backed Haslab projects, and raised prices all right before Christmas. Now, what does that tell you about that company? Think about that. Well, at least these price hikes, the workers are getting a pay raise. Oh, wait, they laid them all off. What is more important, paying bills or getting cool toys? Well, that's the thing. They've wildly overvalued themselves. Like, guys, you're a luxury, you're a toy company. You know what? You're not food, you're not shelter, you're not electricity and heat. You know, a blanket is more of a necessity than you are. They need to get their head straight on their value. I got a family member though threw a box of Legos at what? I got a family member bought a box of Legos at Toys R Us. I forgot the price tag, but what I saw in Transformers, there was no way buying them. No, bills first. Got to be bills first. You got to be responsible. Bills, food, toiletries, insurance. Yeah, right. Bumblebee movie Voyager is a must buy. That's fair. If you're into the Bumblebee stuff, if you're into that shockwave, I get it. I absolutely get it. If you don't pay your bills, then you don't have a roof. Yeah, you don't have to worry about your collection. You'll have nowhere to put it then, right? Toys R Us can kiss my afterburners, so can GameStop. Josie has been better for me. Fair, very fair. Hey, Kat, I love Transformers. That's fair. We all do. I also find loops in the toy collection, digital gift cards. Well, that's not really a loop. Somebody still had to buy the gift card. So, Galactic Man, Shockwave. I don't know why I said it, but okay. Nothing wrong with Galactic Man. Yes, I am a teacher. She was very sweet. Yeah, she was. If you listen to Gary talk, he misses her. You know, like she must have been a good person. You know, the one thing I didn't like about Transformers: Rise of the Beast is Optimus Prime acting like a jerk. But later he became the Optimus Prime. But see, here's the thing: everybody, you can't go always thinking G1. It was explicitly, specifically said that this is a young, inexperienced Optimus Prime. Same thing with the Netflix trilogy. It's a young, inexperienced Optimus Prime. It's not an Optimus Prime that's been a leader for millions of years. The war's just started. It's new. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's only learning. So that's why he's different, right? You got context matters, man. Context always matters. And I think too many people, like, you don't read the articles, you don't look at the preamble, you don't look at the timeline. Like, a lot of people, even with Rise of the Beast, a lot of people were like, this isn't like the crazy prime from the last night. That's because this is 30 years before the last night, 25 years before the last night. Like, it happened in 1994, not 2017. I don't know. People got to start paying attention more. Favorite besides G1, Prime. And then followed after that by Earthspark. G1, Prime, and Earthspark, the three best fiction they've done. Nothing else comes close. Education is a dedication to learn something new. I said that once to a career transitional center before going to the worst adult school I gone to. Listen, there's a lot of people that are in teaching that shouldn't be. Ratchet. I don't know why I said, oh, Ratchet. You're saying Ratchet for the answer. Hold on. It fell down. D, D, A, B, B, B. A lot of B's, a lot of D's. There you go, Keldeo. Got it. Yeah, it was D. It was Ratchet. And his first line is, what a load of scrap metal. Absolutely. Absolutely. I knew that was going to be easy. When I was easy on you for the holidays. For the holidays. Let's go down here a little bit. Yeah, you guys knew it. You guys are too smart for me sometimes. Yeah, Joel was great. I'm really glad. I always am amazed when there's so many people. For those who don't know, I'll tell you in a second. I'm always amazed that there are so many people from all over the world and how we're able to connect here. And I hope that I offer you some value from my little neck of the woods. But a while ago, Joel and I were talking. He was telling me, a lot of you might realize this. I've been doing my 12 wishes of Christmas. Wish 11 went up today. and which 12 will be the last one for the year tomorrow. I do them every year. And there are wishes that I sincerely wish each and every one of you, each and every person in the world, because I want the world to be better. And during one of those wishes, Joel was telling me about some of what Christmas is like where he lives in the world. And I shared it with my class because one of the things that's been done this year in a lot of schools is Christmas around the world. And they asked some questions after I shared what Joel had shared with me. And I went back and I asked him those same questions, and he shared even more information with me, which I gave them. And some of it they knew because they had learned a little bit of it during their around the world unit, but a lot of it was still stuff that they hadn't learned that now they know, that now they're able to bring home and share with their family and share with other students. So it all snowballs, it all snowballs. I love B. If you love B, then get B, I guess. I think my boy has a rescue bot hoist. Nice. Hey, Marshall, have they announced when Studio Series Swoop is coming out? I broke that news several months ago. April. He is wave 2 of Studio Series April. Broke that one a long time. You got to be here every week, man. I break a lot of news and I break it months early. It's April. Stop saying February. It's not. That's wave 1 of Studio Series. Wave 2 is April. Wave 1 is February. Now, this is Hasbro. So, like, that February wave 1 will probably be January. And that April will probably be like March, right? Now, could they change it again and delay him again? Yeah, they could. But he's slated right now for April. I'm at Dollar Tree now. Just found the TF calendar. Look at that. March 23rd, 2024. That's when the mini TF Nation is happening. I don't know why you said the date, but okay, cool. But yeah, if you're talking about the mini TF Nation, then that's when that's happening. Rise of the Beast connects to 07 when? I guess that's how we're going to find out, right? I mean, we have a space from 1994 to 2007. Now, I mean, there was a lot of leaks that the Unicron horn from last night is the Unicron that what's his name, Domingo, is voicing, like the same Unicron, right? So how does he go? How is he trapped in the earth and stuff? There's a whole, you know what? A long time ago, I went through all the spoilers. I'm not doing it again. Likely happening this summer if it's March. No, March is when TF Nation is. March is when TF Nation is. Although they have the full TF Nation, so I'm not sure where to go with that. As we go down here a bit. What do you think of Transformers? I'm not answering that. It's obvious. Watch my 1,130 odd reviews, and you'll know what I think of Transformers. You got a 3D printer, and Blaster was in a Chippendale. Okay. Enjoy your 3D printer, I guess. I don't know anything about 3D printing. That Hasbro CEO gave himself a $9 million bonus for firing all those people and saving the company money, probably. Movie Optimus isn't the same character as G1 Optimus anyway. True. I am like you, love to hear a little details on like Tibbs Eve, right? Right? Which, by the way, is Saturday. Tibbs Eve is Saturday. If you have a drink on Saturday, tip one up for Tibbs Eve. It's something that we do here. And I promise you, when I have a drink on Saturday, I'll tip one up to you, buddy. No, Bumblebee and Rise of the Beast is supposed to be a reboot. No, it's not supposed to be a reboot at all. That's not true. Neither Bumblebee nor Rise of the Beast are a reboot. They are explicitly connected to the other live action movies. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what the directors say. Lorenzo says they're connected. He's the producer. He's the last word. And the storyline elements explicitly connect them. Bumblebee happens in 87. Rise of the Beast in 94. We have a 13-year gap that, if the story as it was leaked holds true, will explain all of that and take us right up to the last night. It's not a reboot. That's incorrect information. My stomach will be growling soon. Nah, I'm good, buddy. Lorenzo is spitting at the fans. Spitting at the fans that get me mad. Cutting the Prime versus Transit. Yeah, it's too bad that they cut the thing. I hate the Bayverse because of the puny humans. Then don't watch it for the humans. Watch it for the big robots. Okay. On that note, I'm going to do the item that's in here from our buddy Maximal 10, the last item that I didn't do last week. It started out here. I first heard the price at $99.99. I was like, that's insane. Then I saw it at GameStop for $69.99. I was like, that's still kind of insane. I'll wait for a sale. And it didn't go on sale. And I always say that here we don't get those good deals like you guys in the States get at like your Ollie's and your Ross and stuff. However, once in a while, once in a rare blue moon, Winners comes through. They did have the 4-pack at Winners with Goldbug, which I already own, so I didn't get that 4-pack. But they did have some there for $34.99. Great price. But for $19.99, $20, they had the reissue Scorponok. And I know I mentioned earlier about my custom Scorponok, but that one does have a broken peg. I'm very interested to see this one in comparison to that one. This one has the B claw, but I don't know if I'm going to keep that B claw. It depends on if it's fixed from G1 or from the original release or not. The colors on this one are far more already animation accurate. Bit of work I got to do, but I am very, very intrigued to compare the quality of this to the original and to the Kingdom. So yeah, another Christmas gift, right? Really. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to get out of here. I thank you so very much. I appreciate all of you guys coming by, giving me some of your very valuable time. And I know now, so close to the holidays, it's more valuable than ever. On the 23rd, Saturday, if you have a spirit, if you have a little beverage and you tip one up, know that I'm tipping one for you and wishing you a wonderful Tibbs Eve. I hope you have a wonderful Christmas season. Stay safe travels, good food, good friends, good family. Or if solitude and solitary is your thing and you just want to be alone, then I hope you get peace of that and peace of mind. Love each and every one of you. Thank you for coming by, giving me some of your extremely valuable time. I do know how important it is to you. If you're in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link. Check us out on Patreon. See what we have to offer to you through spring, or of course, hit the join button at any given time and become a channel member. While you're at it, please hit the subscribe button. Stick around, have some fun with us here on the channel. And don't forget that tomorrow, spread the word, spread it loud. Tomorrow is going to be a very Transformers Christmas. I think it's 8. The stop motion. Tomorrow, we're going to do the premiere. Keep your eyes peeled. It's a short one this year. It's only about 8 minutes. It'll only take about 8 minutes of your time. Come in, have a little bit of fun. We have a little bit of Optimus Primal, a little bit of Beast Wars Megatron, a little bit of Optimus Prime, a little bit of Cup, a little bit of Megatron, maybe even another character or two along the way. It'll be fun. Please hit the subscribe button. Stick around, have some fun with us here on the channel. And don't forget, man, that somehow, some way, each and every single solitary day you right there, you do make a difference in the world. And I look forward to the next time that you and I get together to have another visit, either in the live streams right here on Thursday nights at the stop motion premieres or the old-fashioned way inside the videos.